It's Rick Taylor from Canadian Eco Products and Separett Canada. Welcome to our unboxing of Separett's fabulous Villa 9210 composting toilet. The 9210 is the Canadian version of Separett's great toilet. The 9215 is a US model and the 9010 is the European model. So if you see those other model numbers, that's what those are for. Here in Canada, it's the 9210. So let's get to unboxing. When you first open it up, you see that you've got the template that allows you to cut your vent hole, your drain hole in the wall, and also if you want to mount the toilet to the wall, there's screw holes as well. Put it on the ground and that allows you to know exactly where to drill those holes. So that's the first thing you get. You get two lids for the two containers that are in the toilet. You also get your instructions for installation. And inside, there's a couple of things. The main thing is your two bins, as well as all the parts that you're going to need for installation. In addition, we've got the 75 mil vent pipe, which is thin wall PVC. We like this because it's a nice, clean, white color. It doesn't have a lot of numbering on it, so it looks really nice. And because it's thin wall, it's a little bit smaller in diameter, which just makes it a little bit easier for tight venting situations that you may run into. The one last thing is, you want to be aware that underneath the turntable is a small little piece of foam, and that's just there to help protect the turntable in shipping. But just make sure you take it out. Out comes the toilet, and we'll go into some more detail right after this. Okay, we're back. We've got all the parts that we've taken out of the Separett 9210, again, the Canadian version. And we're just going to go through each of the parts and just give a little bit more idea of what's included and what they're used for. Okay, so we're going to start off with the venting parts. It comes with all kinds of stuff to help you vent the toilet. Of course, the main thing is the vent pipe. You get about 16 inches of this 75 mil white vent pipe. It's thin wall PVC. It's a beautiful, nice white color, so it looks good. And the reason we use this 75 mil thin wall PVC is it has a much smaller outside diameter. So if for some situations where you're venting up through a wall cavity or some tight spaces, it's just a little bit easier than using 3-inch PVC or 3-inch ABS. Okay, so that's what comes with it. Also included are two couplings in case you do need to extend the vent pipe. You also get the 90-degree that you can use to go on top of the back of the toilet and then vent out through the wall, or if you have other venting challenges. So you get two of the 90-degree. You get one little piece of the vent pipe, and that's what actually fits on top of the toilet in the little blue gasket. So that's what that's for. And then normally your vent elbow goes on and then the vent pipe out through the wall. So going through the wall, on the outside, you've got a grill. It's a nice small grill, so there's no way of any animals getting in. And also included is a bug screen. And that bug screen will go inside the vent cap here and prevent any bugs from going in. On the outside, the pipe will be coming through the wall, and from the outside, you can put your grill on like that. As an alternative, there's not a lot of lip here. So as an alternative, sometimes there's a way of creating a shoulder on here so that when you put it through, the vent pipe actually butts up against the sheathing on the outside, and then you bring this on. And to do that, what you can do is put the coupling on first, and then take one of these adapters. And this smaller adapter is for 3-inch PVC. So you can go from the 75 mil to 3-inch PVC if that's easier for you to find at a hardware store and you need extra length of piping. But even with your regular venting out the wall, you can actually put that on like that, and then, wrong way. Put that on like that, and then from the outside, put the grill on. And what that does is gives you a little bit of a shoulder here that you can butt up against the outside sheathing. So there's no way that this vent pipe can go in and out on the wall. So that's just an extra option for you. So you get 2 of these adapters to go to 3-inch PVC. You also get 2 adapters to go to 3-inch ABS. And so the ABS is the black, the PVC is the white. Sometimes people like to use the black if they're going out and then up the outside of the cottage or building. Sometimes people like the white PVC if they're staying inside. It just maybe looks a little better. So those are included, so there's lots of options in terms of what pipe is available to you in your location. You can also order extra 75 mil pipe if you need that smaller diameter. Also included is a vent cap. So again, if you have to go up through the roof or out and up, you've got a vent cap that will fit on that pipe as well, okay? So that's included. And also included is your flashing for the inside. You can actually use this on the outside as well. It only comes with one. So most people use that on the inside. And so as you go through the wall behind the toilet, you've got the flashing to give you a nice, clean finish. But you can also use that on the outside as well if for some reason you've had to cut a slightly larger hole than what the grill is. That just makes a nice finish look there as well. Lastly, you also get a tube of silicone. So the silicone you can use to join the different parts together. One of the recommendations though we make though is instead of putting the silicone on the inside of your fittings and putting them together, that's certainly going to do a good job of sealing it up. But if for any reason you need to move the toilet later, it's going to be really difficult. The only way you're pretty much going to be able to get it apart is to cut it. So what we recommend is you put your fittings together first, then just run a small bead of silicone around that. And that's more than adequate to seal whatever gases are running through the venting. Should you need to move the toilet or putting it in the floor or anything like that, all you need to do is just run a knife or a razor blade along that silicone, and then they'll just come apart quite easily, and you can put it back together, and then you don't have to cut anything. So that's what you get for the venting. The other big thing that you're doing with the toilet is draining the urine out the back. So what you get for draining the urine is, of course, you get the main tube. That's a 1-inch inside diameter. It's a flex tube, but it's quite heavy duty. It has a 1¼ inch outside diameter. And you get 2 meters of that, about 6.5 feet. So you get that. You also get two different fittings that go on the back of the toilet outlet. You get a straight fitting, and they're pre-sealed with a silicone gasket in them. So there's no need to use the silicone tube. You just push it on and it automatically seals. This straight one you put on, that will allow you to go basically straight out the back wall and down into a pit or into a tank, whatever you're using out there. Also included is a 90-degree so that you can come off the back of the toilet, you can go down through the floor. If you're going through the floor with the hose line, you can go right or left, whichever your situation calls for. You also get a couple of clips that allow you to mount the hose along the floor, along the wall, just to make it nice and secure. You also get a flashing as well. So whether you're going through the floor or through the back wall, you make the hole, finishes it off really nice, looks great. And then lastly, you get two different adapters to go to ABS, which is something, again, which is more common in most hardware stores. You get two sizes, 1.25 inches. It's not really a common size here in Canada, but we have it. The other one that you get is 1.5 inches. And so the 1.5 inches just allows you to go from the flex hose to ABS, and then you can go to wherever you need to from there. Existing septic, join it up with other ABS drains coming from a shower or sink, whatever, and you've got that as well. So that's your urine hose and the fittings that come with it. Some other sort of ancillary items are you get the bracket that you can mount on the back of the toilet and then bolt it to the back wall. That adds extra stability for the toilet. Or in cases where normally the toilet is drilled through the bottom of the toilet, drilled into the floor. Sometimes if you've got ceramic tile or stone floor, it makes it a little bit tricky actually drilling through that. So you may want to just use this wall bracket in place of that, and that just makes sure that the toilet's not moving around anymore. So that's included. You do get the screws and the plugs to drill down through the floor, into the floor for the toilet itself. You also get a little yellow screen, and this screen is actually just snaps onto the fan housing, and that just prevents any lint and dust from going through the fan housing, through the fan blades, and building up on the fan blades. By using this, that'll just help stop that out, stop that lint from going on, and just take that off periodically, give it a quick rinse, and put it back on, and you're good to go to help prevent the buildup on that. You also get this gasket. It's a nice rubbery gasket that actually fits on the underside of the toilet. And basically what it does is it gives a nice firm base for the toilet if it's slightly uneven, as well as prevents any liquid from running underneath the toilet. If you're washing the floor or somebody has an accident, you don't have liquid going up underneath the toilet. So that just helps prevent that from happening. One of the other items that you get is one sample of this blue enzyme puck. This is a little cake or puck that you would normally get in a urinal, but it's a special one that has enzymes in it so that it eats away at any urea salts from building up in the urine line, and has a bit of a fresh scent. So something that you may want to order. We have those as well if you need to order more. The other item that we have here is also your 120 volt adapter. The toilet, when it comes from the factory, has the 12 volt power cord with the two banana clips on it. So that's good to hook up to a battery or people that are using it in a battery solar setup. This allows you to just plug into regular power, 120, and whether it's from the grid or from a solar system and inverting to 120, which a lot of people do, you've got that adapter. So that's included as well. It's very easy to install. The power cord just comes out the left side of the fan housing, and you feed it through the back and feed this one up in and plug it in, and you're good to go. So that's that. Lastly, we've got the bins that are included with the toilet as well. In Canada, you get 2 bins so that when you have a full bin, you can take it out, got another empty one ready to go, 30 seconds, and you're up and running again. Also included are the compostable bags that you get 10 of these, and they fit into the bin. A bag will last a family of 4 full-time about 3 to 4 weeks. I've got one of these toilets in my cabin and use it in my bunkie. I probably change out the bag 2 or 3 times the whole year. So they're actually very good capacity, and they work really well at keeping the inside of the bin clean. Of course, you're also getting 2 lids as well. So when you are looking to empty the container, put the lid on, take it out of the toilet, put the new one in, and you're good to go. So that's everything that's included when you unbox the 9210 Canadian version Separett Villa toilet. It's pretty much comes with everything you need to do a basic installation. Certainly, we do have other venting piping, other lengths of urine hose, and other items for installation if you can't get at your local hardware store. But it's basically designed to be able to come all in one, and you can do it yourself, install it. I installed mine in about an afternoon, and you're up and running. So thanks for watching. Thanks to Canadian Eco Products and Separett Canada, and we'll talk to you soon. See you later.